Hello there. I've come in out the rain today. It's absolutely abysmal here in North Wales. We've had 3 days of just endless rain, and I'm getting cabin fever. I'm really fed up. I just want to get out. But I thought it'd be a good opportunity to talk about gimbals. For those of us who've been making vlogs for a while, or about to get into it, or just starting, there are two things that rather spoil a video. Obviously the most important thing is you've got to have interesting subject matter, whether you're making a fishing, wild camping, van life, rock climbing. You've got to have an interesting subject, and it's got to resonate with an audience. If it's you couldn't film 2 hours of a cat stuck up a tree, you might find it interesting, but not many people would. So it's got to be fairly interesting. You don't expect to be making videos like Alex Honnold or somebody, scaling El Capitan or something, but you can make it reasonably interesting for your audience. And if you're doing something which you think lends itself to a wider audience, then go for it, and people will either watch it or they won't. But one thing that spoils, or two things that spoil a video, the first thing is this. And the second thing is this. Yeah, terrible sound quality, whether it's inaudible narration or wind noise. I mean, two common ones now. Somebody's talking to camera, you can't hear what the hell they're saying, or the wind noise is just deafening, and you got to shake your head at the end of it. And of course, stabilization. Well, I started making videos using a Canon, just the old-fashioned Canon camcorders that you hold. Very basic. I mean, the very first video was a van life. First time we got it must be 3 years ago now, first time we got our T4 camper, went away to the Scottish borders, Northumbria, just had a Sony camcorder which I recorded it on. It's only 720, the footage. It's nice to look back on. I did it as a sort of video diary for myself, really. Never expected to get a few subscribers and some nice comments, but it was all done as a video diary, and the quality, it didn't have to be spot on, but as you progress you want your videos to look a bit better. You don't expect to be like Combi Life, Ben and Leah, or indie projects, really sharp, professionally done, cinematic. Yeah, but you want to avoid all the wobbly camera work and wind noise. So you can, with wind noise, you can actually do a lot with mufflers and things, or dead cats as they call them. But stabilization, well, I use, at the moment, I've been using, this is the little Sony, you can see this. A lot of people use these, they're very popular. It's like the Sony equivalent to, it's a Sony, was it FDR 3000X? The Sony equivalent to a GoPro. Very popular, lots of people use them. They're great, and why a lot of people like them is they've got built-in stabilization. I don't know if you can, will that focus on that? It's on focus, I don't know. Will it? Yeah, it's very small. It's lost me. yeah, a lot of people like these because they've got built-in stabilization. Not perfect, but a hell of a lot better than using something like this. This is an old Crossflow, I think it's made, about 30 quid. It's like a GoPro copy. It's okay actually. Use it for in-van footage driving along. And the quality is not bad. The saturation's a bit odd, but a bit intense. But these are okay. Actually, if you're starting out making vlogs and you can't afford a GoPro or a Sony, then these little cheap Chinese things are okay for a while. But if you're walking along with one of these on a selfie stick, you're going to get that awful bloody motion. And even with the Sony, with the inbuilt stabilization, I've noticed, I've been looking at my own videos with an objective eye and thinking, well, it could be a lot better that. You know, I obviously do a lot of hill walking type videos, outdoor videos where I'm walking along, holding the camera with a selfie stick. Yeah, you're still getting the camera wobble and shakiness. So I decided to bite the bullet, and I got one of these. I got a GoPro. Let's turn this on. Are you on? Yeah, I got a Hohem or Hohem, one of these Chinese gimbals, stabilization units, and I haven't used it yet. It's very easy to control. You're getting that. Now this was 60 quid on eBay, brand new, came from China. I'm about to take it, well, if the rain stops ever, I'm going to take it for a walk and give it a whirl and just see how stable the footage is. But basically it's very easy to use. You've got the mode buttons here, hotkeys. You control the angle, the tilt and roll, the pan with this button here. You have got buttons with 1 press, 2 press, 3 press, 4 press, which does things like lock the axis up and down or side to side, the pan following, etc. So yeah, I thought it's got to be an improvement on the Sony. The Sony's a great camera. Footage is good. Stabilization is a lot better than just using a GoPro without any stabilization. But as I say, it's not perfect. So these are really budget price compared to what the very expensive ones are. Looks, the quality is pretty good. They have a screw-in tripod mount. I don't know if I can get it in. Yeah, so that you can stand that on a flat surface, and it'll ideal for doing time lapses, for example. You can tilt the camera to the stars or wherever you're shooting, and set your time lapse, and it'll just sit there. Providing the battery, you've got the battery power, of course. You might have to plug in auxiliary battery power if you're doing a long time lapse. Although you charge these up from a USB plug into a plug or a laptop, and they reckon they last for 12 hours. 12 hours of life, so plenty of life there. Let's put this off. There you go, it's gone to sleep now. Yeah, so I thought I'd give... Oh, that's not looking at me. Yeah, so I thought I'd give that a go, and that was actually that's a good option for somebody who wants a good quality sports cam or GoPro, whatever, and stabilization. Yeah, that's the GoPro Hero 4 Silver. I paid about 100 quid for it, but I got tons and tons of accessories with it as well. But you can get them at 80 or something upwards. And if you got one for 80, a decent one, £60 for a gimbal, then you've got, for 140 quid, you've got a good setup then. You've got a good quality camera with stabilization. Of course, they're making the GoPro 7, which has built-in stabilization. But well, I looked on Amazon today to see the price, and the black models are, I think, 340 quid. So buying a cheap Hohem, I don't know how it's pronounced, buying a cheap stabilizer and a second-hand GoPro, it's a much cheaper alternative to buying a brand new GoPro or Sony. So anyway, I'm going to go out soon. Well, perhaps it won't be today. Yeah, still raining. I can hear it pitter-pattering. Yeah, I'm going to go out soon and give it a whirl probably just go to the forest near here. Perhaps go to that wild camp in the forest and just put it through its paces. This isn't, obviously this is not a tutorial. I've only just got it. I only know the basics basically. So I've got to learn to use it myself, but this is just the first impressions of the video, and to see how it compares to the Sony with onboard stabilization. So let's take it out and see how it goes. Right, catch you later. Right, turning on the Hohem. Oh, he's looking at you, kid. And around. Right, it's still a bit drizzly. Come on, guys. Oh, damn, this bloody rucksack's banging on me. Hang on. That's it. Right. It's a bit drizzly at the moment. So, this is a testing of the Hohem something or other. What is it called? Steady Pro or something. I'm just walking normally, holding it at I don't know, chest height. Trouble with this, the picture keeps going. I have to keep tapping the screen to get the picture back so I see what I'm recording. It is recording, but I can't see. I'll have to adjust it so the picture stays on. I'll go into settings. Just touching the screen. Yeah. Right, just standing still and panning around. Hello. Panning back. Right. Panning around. Oh, dog. Panning down, panning up into the trees. Right. This is not straight. Let's use the hotkey to return. Has that done it? That's it. So when it looks a bit out of focus, not out of focus, out of tilt, you press the hotkey 1, press it up, and that brings it back into the default position, which this now is. Right, let's just try mode button 3, which I think locks it. This is in lock, so I see. So you twist the grip. Twist the grip. Picture's gone again. So I can twist the grip up and down. Good supply of gosh, good supply of water and looks like tinned soup.